definitely hold that. The men who build America should be treated like the men who build America. And it's women too. It's women too. The people who build America should be treated like the people who build America.
There are some, and it's funny because me and my brother always joke around the stuff he watches on, his social medias and what I watch are different things. Mm-hmm. But I think we watch a lot of the same shit, and there are some women out there that are really good tradespeople. Mm-hmm. There was this lady in I think she's in New York. She makes custom guitars, and I want to say, and I'll give her a shout out just because I think it was Cindy's Guitars. Okay. And she goes around New York and she gets all of this old lumber from buildings and just cool shit. And I think it's New York. Mm-hmm. But you go into her little place and it's probably about as big as this. She has like a 4-year wait list on guitars. She hand makes every guitar.
Wow.
And she makes them from all of this super cool lumber that's from, a church that fell down or whatever. She gets this cool lumber and she builds these really cool guitars. Mm-hmm. And she got that so her dad was a musician that loved music, never made it anywhere. And so his trade was he was a carpenter.
Okay.
And so as a girl growing up, she learned how to do what her dad did. And because her dad loved guitars, I guess they kind of got into making some guitars, and she built a business out of it.
That's awesome.
And it's super cool, one, because it shows that women can do the same things. And you know what I mean? It's when you're talking about woodworking or metalworking, or if it's not something that is brute strength, I would say a woman can go and do just as many of those things as a man can, with limitations because physical strength. But it doesn't mean that they can't swing a 24-ounce framing hammer. It doesn't mean that they can't weld. You know what I mean? They might need help moving something that they build, but sometimes things get so heavy that men need help moving things that they build also. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think that women make great craftspeople.
I love the way you put that down. You got the signature on that.
This is better whiskey than that, for sure.
You must finish your bottle.
Just so you know.
That's a good seg into our next thing about women doing things well. They can play basketball pretty well too, no?
Oh,
John's like, I would never know. I ain't watching. No,
I'm not. But to be fair, I don't watch the NBA either. I don't watch. What's the jerk off's name that plays basketball?
LeBron.
Yeah. Give me a break. It's funny. It is. My wife and I actually just talked about that because we watched Happy Gilmore 2. It was okay. That was good. Happy Gilmore 1, but it was good. Mm-hmm. But she asked if I'd ever watched golf on TV, and I have. The same way that I watched basketball. So there are great moments in history, Michael Jordan being one of those great moments in history. If you've never watched Michael Jordan play basketball, you missed out on greatness. If you never watched Joe Montana play football, or Bo Jackson, or McGuire, or any of them, McGregor, if you never watched those guys play their sports, they were absolute greats. And you should have watched them. Jose Canseco, you should have watched those guys play. So yes, I watched basketball. I watched Michael Jordan win championships, because if you didn't, you were missing history. And so I watched Tiger Woods play golf, because if you didn't, you legitimately missed out on history. It's like saying you never watched Mike Tyson fight or Muhammad Ali, right? You missed greatness. Those were the greatest. Mm-hmm. So I watched golf. I don't know where I was going with that. What were we talking about?
I was talking about women's basketball.
Oh, yes. So NBA, watch that. Women's basketball? Yeah, no, I don't know if we've witnessed greatness in that yet. And I'm not saying that we haven't, but I watched. I think her name is Reese, Angela Reese.
So Angel Reese is the black one.
Yeah. No, I'm not. It has nothing to do with color to me. But I've watched her. I've watched a couple, and she's one of the lead ones of like, hey, we need to get paid more. We are the best, and blah blah blah. I've watched better high school basketball games. These chicks can't rebound, and they can't shoot within 3 feet of the hoop sometimes. And I'm not saying that all men can, but it's a way higher percentage. That those guys, if they get within 3 feet of the hoop, they're hitting. When they start getting outside shooting 3-pointers, sure they're going to miss more often. But if they can reach up and touch the hoop, they're not missing. Very seldom. I would say the percentage is really low, right?
So interesting take, John Mack coming with the fire.
Yeah. I don't know if they deserve more money.
So here's the thing.
They might be getting overpaid now. They should be playing for free like the Harlem Globetrotters. Continue. Sorry.
So here's where I come in. Is that I'm all about the business. I'm all business. But the thing is,
way better whiskey.
Just
I'm
not even there yet, right? Is that what happened? I mean, there's a whole lot that goes into this. You said you haven't seen greatness. There was a great women's player many years ago named Cheryl Miller. She was phenomenal. She played at USC. She's the older sister of NBA great Reggie Miller, who played in Indiana for a long time. She was an Olympian, all the things. She was terrific. But that's before women's basketball was really a TV game. So she predates sort of what's happening now. She was playing, if someone at her level was playing today, and there's people who are saying that Juju is there. I'm saying she's there.
I know like 3 of them. I know the Reese girl because she has the biggest mouth of the bunch.
She does.
And I think she's the most rotten of the bunch. She seems like just a rotten human being. Like, I don't know if she should have the position that she has playing where she's playing. She shouldn't be making the money she's making because she just seems like a horrible person to me. The other 2 girls, I don't know if they're just playing the victim card in that whole thing. I don't know. There's a blonde chick that seems like she was protecting the brunette chick from the
black chick.
From the black chick. Thank you. And it seems to me like it's just a big soap opera, right? And I think that's how they're gaining traction in this league. They have us talking about it, so they're doing something right. And I think if the league starts making more money, then they should all make more money. I think that's fair to say. So but John, I don't know if it is.
John.
It might.
John. What Angel Reese, she's the black one, is upset about is the fact that Caitlin Clark, who's the brunette,
okay,
is covered in a way that she doesn't get covered. Now, to be fair, Angel was the first one of this year class, that was tapped on like the large media, whether it's ESPN or Sports Illustrated, and they tapped on her shoulder or were talking about her because she was, as you said, just really brash as a player. That's how she sort of made her name, was just being loud or whatever it was.
But she sucked.
She was,
okay, so
I can't say that. I mean, she's
better at basketball than me.
No, it's not us, but she helped that LSU team win a national championship. They're competitive then, right? And so she's right.
But it's a team sport.
It's a team sport, right? But take the sport part out of it and go to the marketing part. That's where her complaint is that. Is the media and the marketing. So hold on,
let me get this straight. So the black girl is complaining because she's not being covered as good as the white girl's being covered. But the white girl, does she play better basketball?
So
are you talking about covered on the court or covered in the media?
The media and the social media.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So
now we're all caught up.
with respect to Caitlin Clark, she did things on the basketball court that we had not seen before, right? And so she became a special player. And the brunette.
Okay.
She's the white girl from Iowa. And even though her team did not win that national title, they were in the Final Four. They did have, epic game, whatever it was.
Yeah, but they moved on to the pros now. Who cares about their college career? We're talking about pro basketball.
We're talking about giving the origin story of how this all came, because you don't have that pro beef right now. That whole whatever this mess is with the WNBA being asked for more money. You do not have that if this had not happened in college.
Oh, okay.
That's where it all jumps off. because now all of a sudden people are beginning to pay attention to college basketball for the women. It just really, years ago you had UConn. You had UConn, Notre Dame was a good team. Occasionally LSU could play ball, but you didn't have like a lot of teams doing things.
You need to hurry and finish up. This is way better. Okay, go on.
So you get that, and so they found a spark. And it's just like, I mean, I know you'd be mad when I say it, but it was just like when they asked Kaepernick why he was kneeling, and he answered the question. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you had a whole thing, you had a whole industry based on that. The exact same thing happened in women's college basketball when they had Angel Reese's team beating Caitlin Clark's team, because it's a team sport, and she did this with the hand in the face. And that was the moment, that was the spark. She lit this whole thing. If that doesn't happen, there is no Caitlin Clark right now. If Caitlin Clark was just as we know her, doing State Farm ads and all these things, right? If she had gone out in an earlier round of the tournament and never got to that moment of the tournament, no one's even watching.
Right.
No one's talking about this today.
Well, it's all about money, right?
Right. So that's why Angel Reese is saying, if it was not for me being black, this wouldn't be happening for her. So that's what it is. She's a little bit salty, even though she's getting paid. She herself is getting paid. She sees Caitlin as like the golden girl, and wants that mantra herself. She wants that.
And that just leads into what I was saying about her being just she's just an asshole. Like that's what. So you're crying because you're not getting covered the way this other girl is. Well, the other girl isn't being an asshole. So she's being nice. She's being nice to the media. She's not out there running her mouth saying stupid shit. Quit saying stupid shit. Be a nice person, and maybe you'll get more coverage.
With Angel,
she's just an asshole. I've listened to her.
She's become like the surrogate for this whole like thing, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna come up here and stick up for Angel, because Angel could just simply let her basketball do the talking.
Right. But she can't, because I watched her play.
Now, and what I said,
I can pull it up on my phone right now.
I love Kevin Simmons. He's on our Facebook. He's a brilliant basketball mind. Played at a very high level in college. He's a basketball like savant, really. And I said to him, Angel should just play. I get it.
Yeah.
That Angel, as a black woman, is going to be treated differently by the media than a white woman would, who would behave the exact same way. I get that part of it, but also Angel could just play ball. If Angel wants to be a celebrity,
you don't think that sports media just covers?
No, they don't. Well, but if Angel wants to be a celebrity,
there's more blacks playing professional sports than there are white people.
I mean, that's fine, but
so you don't think that they cover them fair?
Fair is I listen to Malika Andrews, that fucking bitch, and to say that she's fair is fucking bullshit. But ESPN, fucking Disney, puts Malika up there as like this face because she's biracial. She gets to pass as black, and yes, she sits there shits on black.
She doesn't get to pass as white.
She gets to pass as black. If you're black, you have a black face up there. You can say shit about black folks and be like, oh yeah, look at her, yeah. She, what I'm saying, but she's a fucking bitch. And no, she does not cover.
I think
she does not cover
a bitch too. I've listened to her. I'm like,
well, Malika's the media, so Malika's gonna be there for 30 years. Reese will be gone in 10 years, really.
So here's what I hate happening. So I'm not big on the blonde thing. The blonde chick.
Sophie Cunningham, we like her.
Yeah, I like her because she slapped the shit out of some people, and I'm like, you all should just be slapping the shit out of some people. I can say this.
People are watching now.
They're watching for this, and I do believe that if the league starts making NBA money, or even close to NBA money, then these girls should get paid more money. So my problem with all athletes, and this is across the board with professional athletes, is you guys are doing some shit that's really fun. And everybody wishes that they were able to do the things that you're doing and making the money that you're making. That's all right. So you're playing a game, and you're getting paid a lot of money to play a game, and you should be thankful that you have the opportunity to play that game. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get paid what everybody else is getting paid or some type of average of that, but when you start making millions of dollars, then maybe you should pump the brakes a little bit on we deserve more, because you're living You're living way better playing a game than I'm living busting my ass. So that's why I have a problem. Now, again, if the WNBA starts making NBA money where they're at like $10 billion or $20 billion a year in revenue, then hey, you know what? Maybe you should probably pay these girls a little bit more money. But when you're in the like hundreds of millions of dollars and then you start doing the math on that, like hundreds of millions of dollars when you have 53 people that are making over 500K or 20K or whatever they're making a year, that money just doesn't go as far when you have to pay for the advertisements and all of the things, because it's a business, right? It's all of the revenue that they make it's not all profit. I'm not saying that they're not making profit. I'm just saying it's not all. It's like any other business, right? But when you have that number of teams that you're promoting and that number of people that you're paying and the coaches get paid and all of these people have to be paid money, I would just say, girls, you guys keep doing what you're doing. You keep promoting this business and you keep making us show up on TV and you keep making little podcasts talk about us and you keep generating what you're generating. You, Angela Reese, might not make the money that you want to make, but the next generations of girls that come in and play this sport, they will definitely make the money. Because look at the NFL. I mean, Joe Montana, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, didn't make the money that Colin Kaepernick's making or made, right? Everybody has to pay their dues for these companies to become as big as they are, to make the money that they're making, to generate the revenue, to make the billions, and then those players get paid. The players today are making 10 times more than the players made in the 80s.
So,
because it's business.
It is business. And let's talk about a little bit about what their business is. Like, I think that you opened with, and a lot of conservatives hold this point, is that you're getting paid to play a game.
Yeah.
That, you know, I can play in my backyard or whatever. But you're getting paid to play a game. Just enjoy that. Enjoy the life that you've got based on that alone. But the reality is a little bit more than that. Yes, they're playing a game, but what they're doing is providing an entertainment product. That's what they're doing. And so that's what we have to kind of look at it as your job is to entertain. Now, you don't like Angel Reese because she's a heel. And in the great scheme of things, the media would not love it if Angel and Caitlyn were best buddies. They would not love that.
And I think that they should keep going the direction that they're going.
Right.
I'm not saying to change that. I'm just saying wait till the money starts coming in and then make your grab for the money.
Well, so that's right. So the question is this. They just got the new TV deal. I don't know whether it started this year or whether it started last year. Mm-hmm. But they got the new TV deal. That exists.
Yeah.
And so what the players are saying is that currently, I want to say they're getting 9% or some small percentage of the league's overall revenue. Mm-hmm. They're saying we want more than that 9%. So we want that pot to be a little bit bigger because the overall pot got a lot bigger. We want a larger share of the pot.
Right. But the pot in the future is going to be bigger. The pot right now hasn't changed. So future money is going to be made, right? So when we sign contracts with anybody, if I signed a contract with you to build your bathroom, right? And I said, hey, I'm going to do it for X. Let's just say $10,000 because round numbers. Mm-hmm. And then next year, that price is going to be $20,000 for that same $10,000 bathroom because inflation and monies, right? All these things change. And I'm just saying, if they sign a contract, that they're liable. I'm in a contract right now that I don't like. We talked about that. But I'm stuck with it because of choices that I made. It doesn't make it fair. It doesn't make it right. In 6 months from now, that contract is going to change. And in 6 months from now, it's going to be different. And in 6 months from now, I could be making potentially a lot more money than what I'm making today or having to spend today. So these girls are going the right direction. They're making the right moves. I think that them running out on stage, wearing shirts, pay us what we are worth or what we deserve. I don't know if that's the right time. Now, if they're making the same amount of money, and let's say the company goes, I think the company made like 24 million or 240 million or whatever it made, and it jumps up to 100 million, then yeah, I think that these girls deserve it. I mean, that's what they're in the business for, right? They all want to get paid what they're worth. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. I'm just saying that I think the play that they're making right now is premature.
Which I appreciate you putting it that way, but think about it. 10 years ago, would you have been able to name even one WNBA player?
Was the WNBA even a thing 10 years ago?
So no, it existed. 25 years now? Something like that. Something
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Right? So over time...
I don't even know. The only reason why I know about it now is because of reels on my
Because
Instagram.
now what's happening is it's become a social media thing where
Right.
old black men, even though you're not black, you and I are talking...
I'm an old black man.
Two old minority men, right?
I am legitimately in California. You don't get to tell me what I am not. I can be whatever the hell I want. And if I want to be an old black man tonight, you can't tell me no.
We are drinking something close to Hennessy, so it's but we, old men are arguing about women's basketball in schoolyard. Boys are arguing in the schoolyard about women's basketball. I was at Summer League, the NBA Summer League, not too long ago, and there's a dude up there wearing a women's WNBA jersey. That kind of shit right there, that's the stuff that moves the meter, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That moves the meter. And
It
so
does.
the pot is bigger today than it was, way bigger than it was a decade ago.
Yeah, for sure.
And even bigger than it was a couple years ago.
And I think these girls are riding the right wave. I'm not saying that they're doing anything wrong. I think that coming out and wearing shirts that say "Pay me what I'm worth," I think they're playing the wrong. I think they're just playing it wrong. Because it comes across to people like me that may or may not want to or one day choose to watch basketball. So I'm not a basketball person, whether it's male or female. I don't give a shit. I don't like this word. It seems stupid to me. But you're pushing people away that could potentially be your future earnings, right? It's no like if I went into one of my businesses that has public access and I started pushing my political point of view in that, I'm cutting off people from coming to visit that place that I rely on those people to come to make money, right? So if you start pushing a point of view down people's throats that may or may not agree with you, it could backfire on you. And you could lose those people that potentially might start watching women's basketball next year. And if you lose those people because you're being a spoiled little brat or acting like an asshole on TV, you're not going to get people like me to watch that. Because now you're a spoiled little brat that's acting like an asshole. You're wearing a shirt that's saying you need more money when right now that money's not. Wait. And if you keep doing what you're doing, playing basketball good, keep the little drama up on the field, like, oh, I hate you and you hate me, and like the WWF wrestling, you said it earlier, like one's a heel, one's a good guy, right? You keep that up and you keep playing that game to the media and you keep that hype up, people are going to tune in to watch you. And then the money's going to be there and then you'll get paid. So that's just the way that I see it.